Hello, Steve White, TrickBoy89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, we've got another great release from EXO 6. The only real interesting news from Star Trek at the moment, there's a lot of PR interviews about, the new Discovery episode of the week, and just sort of people talking about their experiences with the shows that have already aired and not giving away any clues to the new ones. And they're not that interesting, but I saw this and I thought, oh, great, an actual news story. So yeah, they've released the Odo figure, and it's really great because one of the things I always loved about the Alien figures is they always transitioned really well into toys and figures and stuff like that, because something about the alien nature and the sculptural nature of the makeup and all that always lent really well to really accurate toys. Like I bought an Uhura Playmates 12-inch figure just because I love Uhura. She's my favourite character. And why I didn't buy Spock, I don't know. But the next two characters I got were Odo, why did I say Odo? Data and Worf from Insurrection, because the toys looked so great. The sculpts, the paint, the cut, they looked so much like the real characters and the real makeups that I just thought they just looked really lifelike and just really good, and I had to have them. They were the only ones I bought for the longest time. And then I looked around and said, why do I only have Uhura and Worf and Data? And I ended up buying Spock and all the rest. Not all the rest, but all the original crew, Pike, Deanna, Spock from Star Trek 2, and I'm probably going to get Janeway and a couple others. But the uniform looks great. And probably one of the best parts is his accessory is a version of him in his liquid form, taking form. It's like from the waist up as he's sort of turning from a puddle into the Odo that we know and love. And you get his bucket, of course. And the worst part about it is the ugly Bajoran costume, because one of the problems with Next Generation and Deep Space Nine, for the most part they were great, but sometimes their idea of alien design was just make it ugly as hell, or in some cases really bland as hell. And the Bajoran costumes, particularly Odo's, I didn't like. And one of the things I hated about Deep Space Nine was the Cardassian station, the Bajoran uniforms. I want everything to be Starfleet, because Starfleet was beautiful. That was the future I wanted to be in, not some alien culture. So that I didn't like. Some of them are great, but some are just like, I wouldn't want to live with the Klingons. I wouldn't want to live with the Bajorans. I wouldn't want to live with Odo. You know what I mean. But I did love the character. I did meet Rene Auberjonois, I think that's how you say his name. I'm sure I got it wrong. He was really nice, and I'm just really glad they've done the character and they did a good job, because not every Star Trek figure has had a good sculpt, but this one looks pretty amazing. And the detail of the costume, as bland as it is really good. And the accessory choice is awesome. Having essentially another figure of him in a different form is amazing. So I'm really happy about this. I don't know if I'm going to buy it. I don't know. I haven't gone down this road yet. I haven't, gone down this rabbit hole. I haven't sort of broken this seal. I had just a couple of Playmates figures for years. Didn't feel the need to get the rest. And just one day I said I need all the rest. I bought them all. And they're $250. This is $215 for this figure. I don't know if I can go down that rabbit hole. I can, but I don't know if I should, because I don't want to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on these figures, because once I start getting one or two, I'm going to need the rest of them. But maybe I might just be able to get my favourite ones just randomly and not do the whole completionist thing. I've managed to achieve that with a couple of my collections. It's very hard for a collector sometimes to do that. But I just don't know. It's so expensive per figure. I don't know if I should risk it. But I don't know. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the new Odo figure. I think generally fans are pretty happy with these figures. EXO 6 has done a fairly consistent job of creating really brilliant figures. I just wish that they had done the Deep Space Nine figures in the early Deep Space Nine costumes before the First Contact shift, and they had the ugly grey boring figures, costumes. The original ones that they sort of shared with Voyager and that, and Generations, I like a lot more. They've got more colour, they're more Star Trek. So aside from a couple little things like that, like exactly which character to pick in which era they choose them from, they haven't always picked my favourite, but I'm assuming they're going to do them all eventually. So I'm just going to wait and see. But I'm going to go before this gets to 5 minutes.